All right, guys. I just want to start by saying, one, thank you to everybody who definitely disliked my other video when I talked about Honey app and how it is a huge scam. Unfortunately, we didn't get to PayPal fast enough to let them know about the piece of shit that they bought, but what can you do? Now, it's honestly interesting. It's mixed with you guys. Some of you guys are on my side, and the rest of you are very much like, er, mad at me for talking about something that is the truth. The truth hurts, sure, but let's talk a little bit about this new purchase by PayPal, and it makes me very thirsty. So hold on. Oh, look, my Honey add-on just told me I could get Core Water with this coupon code practically free. All right, so let's break this down, right? So it was reported by TechCrunch that PayPal acquired the shopping and reward platform Honey for $4 billion. And if you remember, about 5 months ago, I talked about this piece of shit company. And it's an add-on for mobile and obviously desktop browsers. It's supposed to figure out what websites you're going to and offer you coupon codes. Now obviously they have partnerships, right? In the beginning, I don't know how many partnerships really existed, but obviously they needed to find out what websites you're going. That's an obvious. Now, they could just simply look at the address URL that pops up, right? If you're a Chrome add-on developer or made any add-ons from Chrome, you can monitor the URL address bar, right? And that's it. You don't have to go any further. You don't have to get any personal information. You don't have to get past websites that were visited. You don't have to get the exact pages that they're going on and constantly. You can get, if you care enough, the top level domain, the TLDR. Well, no, I won't even give you the TLDR. Let's just go through the whole thing, right? Basically, your address bar is broken down in several ways, right? You can access localhost items on your computer through the web browser. So if you had an internet or portal, you could access that through your web browser, right? But obviously, most people aren't doing that. They're typing in websites like youtube.com, right? Or www.youtube.com. Now, there's a way you can just get the actual domain, right? And you can get the title of the page you're on and a bunch of things like that. Very simple stuff and easy things to do while making Chrome add-ons. So the point being is Honey potentially just needs to get the address that you're at, right? Doesn't need to do anything. Doesn't need to monitor anything else, right? Doesn't need to know the time of the day. Doesn't need to know who you are. Doesn't need to know anything. You shouldn't have to log in for it. You shouldn't have to sign up for anything. You just should know that you're at HomeDepot.com and say, hey, I have a coupon for HomeDepot.com, right? Very simple stuff. But that's not how Honey works, right? And that's unfortunate because they can literally monitor your keystrokes and a bunch of other things and know about all websites you're going to, right? They do not have to log what websites you go to. They just don't have to do that. They can, in real time, just know the website you're currently at. So, those out there who say to me, oh, they're not doing this or this, well, tell me, if all they care about is giving me a coupon code and a deal at a web page, why don't they just stop and make it that simple? Because it's not profitable, right? To just get you a discount code. And even if they're partners, they're not going to make a ton of money that way. I mean, they'll make maybe decent money if they get enough partners, granted. But is that what Honey really came out to do? I don't think so. I personally believe they came out to be an analytics company, a company that tracked your every move essentially on the internet, what websites you're going to, whether you're buying or not. Um, and I do believe that they are tracking and storing that information about you. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, but I don't believe I am. That said, maybe they only just store the actual websites you're going to and making purchases. I doubt it. But that says now they're storing information about you, right? Places that you used a coupon code successfully. Now, how would they know you were able to use that coupon code successfully on a website? Anybody? I mean, are they just looking at titles and address bars, hoping that it's a success, payment accepted? Or is it that they're reading the pages that show up and looking for certain items in the URL that they knew about ahead of time that would tell you that something was successful, not successful, or reading the pages you're at and looking for certain keywords or breaking down the pages in general you're at to figure out what type of websites you're at and maybe figure out how to best target you as a user. That's more of what I think, and that would go more as an analytic company, right? And as an analytic company, you would know best how to offer, let's just say offer things in general, right? So let's just talk about Honey as far as the public knows and what is being announced, has been announced rather, where PayPal announced that they acquired Honey Science Corporation. And they claim they're a deal finding browser add-on in mobile application for 4 billion in mostly cash. Now, this is the pretty much largest acquisition PayPal has ever done to date, right? Um, you might ask yourself, why the hell would PayPal be interested in this? I mean, if it's just to give coupon codes, especially to websites that PayPal does not have their payment system on, why would they do this? Is this maybe something PayPal is going to get into and they're trying to figure out how to target certain places that are using PayPal? Is PayPal hemorrhaging cash and needs something different to try and have an other way of making money with analytics, payments? I don't know, right? You would assume. So PayPal apparently is claimed to be part of this deal discovery process. Um, and I don't know. It's hard to say, right? What to believe and what's really out there that they're saying publicly. Now, here's something again to all those who say, oh, Honey doesn't track you, Honey, blah, 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 right? Well, Honey has reported they have 17 million active users that take advantage of their tools to track prices, get alerts, and make lists. Let's stop. That right there tells you they are tracking you, they are monitoring you, they're tracking prices, they're giving you alerts, and they're making lists. Come on. Not a damn comment should talk about another thing that they are not tracking you in any given way. Tell me why they need to do any of that. If all they want to do is help you save money, like all of you say, for their partners, I mean, they don't need to do all these additional things, right? I mean, why would you? All you need to look for is the address the person's at, the website, and look into their database. Hey, does this website contain any kind of coupon? Yes? Okay, let's tell the person, hey, here's the coupons I have for this website. If no, okay, well, return zero, null, and don't show anything using the Honey add-on. But because they're monitoring you, because they're tracking everything, guess what? 17 million active users. That is a lot of data, and that's a lot of money. If you think for any second 17 million active users is something to laugh at, it is not. That is analytic gold to know where people are going. And I guarantee you, it's not just places that are using the coupon codes or their partners are offering coupons. They're looking at probably all e-commerce websites and just all websites in general to better understand. Because who does that right now? Google and Facebook. Now, don't give me shit about Facebook. You know Facebook by having the like button or whatever it is on everybody's website in the world. Guess what? They can track you that way. They do fingerprinting. So even if I hear about, oh, I have, what is it called? Cookies disabled, it doesn't matter. They can do this process called fingerprinting. In fact, it's even better than cookies. A little more work into it, but you can still figure out and pinpoint who your users are. Your favorite porn sites out there more than likely do that. So when you think you're in incognito mode, remember that's not fully private. These places can still track you. If you ever notice videos of similar things you've looked at before, well, you think any of that information goes away? No, they all store it. But you're getting something in return, right? And if you look at those places' privacy policy, they tell you what they're doing. Now, in the beginning, Honey didn't do that. And from the comments of what you guys are saying, it's a different situation what they put in their terms and service. I didn't bother go looking. I don't care. It doesn't matter. My whole video originally was about what they were doing at the time and little kids using it and everybody saying that this is a wonderful product. What I have a problem is when companies like that are stealing people's data and not telling people about it. That's what I have a problem with. I do not appreciate a company coming out there with a product that is installed on my computer and listening all my traffic, probably what I'm accessing almost 100% and storing that. And Google, again, does that because most sites run what? Google Analytics. And if they don't, a lot of times they're doing Google Ads, to make some extra cash. I think New York Times, Wall Street Journal, they all do things like that, right? They use the Google Tag Manager for a bunch of different free services that Google offers, and they're amazing. I've used them too, and I'm not saying they're bad. That's great to have analytics, but I'm saying Google as a whole, they have that throughout billions of websites in the world. They can know where you're going at any given time. In fact, I think now even Google lets you know what information they're storing about you, even if you speak the audio files to show it. I appreciate that. There is no secret. I have nothing wrong with people who are upfront, companies that is, that say what they're doing and even gives you insight of what they're collecting. I appreciate that. Nothing wrong with that. I know what you're doing. You're telling me what you're doing. Cool. What I don't, again, appreciate is when bullshit is done and created and not given transparency of what they're doing. I have a problem with that. Excuse me. And that is what Honey was doing. And that was the purpose of my video originally. A bunch of young kids are watching these popular YouTubers talking about this Honey app, and they're installing it on their computers. And a lot of them have kids, literally, they're Chrome with no problem. Unless, again, you're in a corporation that gives you Chrome. There's ways to lock that down with GPO. But nonetheless, for the most part, normal people, let's be honest, they didn't know what Honey was doing. And they probably still don't. And maybe they don't care. But, again, that you got to remember, now PayPal has obtained them. PayPal has a network of 24 million plus merchants, right? Or partners, just like Honey calls them. And this is probably now the way that PayPal is going to push their agenda in the future. Because PayPal as a payment system, Stripe is coming in, Square is killing them. They got to come up with something else. And as they should, right? Just like gas companies, they're not just, staying on petroleum, right? Nonetheless, they're coming up with other things. They're investing in different things as they should, right? You want to, as a CEO, make as much money as you can for your shareholders and your company, right? You want to stay afloat, especially as times change. Whatever. I don't need to go into economics and business 101. What you need to think about is what you guys have done. You have taken this Honey BS and made it so popular and a vast amount of information that PayPal, again, The network of 24 million partners will have the ability to target you as a Honey app user for more personalized promotions. Now, you might be saying, well, if you use Google, you're getting specialized ads. Granted, got it. Little bit different. Again, I don't have a Google toolbar constantly monitoring me, throwing me shit at. If there's a place that has ads, yeah, Google is going to target me based off of my search results. And I know Google's doing that because they've made that apparent to me and everybody else. And they let you see that and delete your history. This will never offer this. There's just no way. Unless Congress or whatever country forces it, it's not going to happen. You're not going to know what they're storing about you, how much information, the type of credit cards you're using. Oh, wait, now they know. Because if you have PayPal and a PayPal account, guess what? They can link the Honey information and your PayPal and cross-reference it to understand how you're purchasing things. And then guess what? They could go to Visa, MasterCard, etc., and say, hey, we know that these sites are the most popular, these merchants, and you know what? Maybe now Visa, etc., can go to these merchants and say, hey, your prices are going up a little bit. We see that your sites are being active, blah, 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 blah. I don't have to go down that route. You see it. It's like the mob in a way. Hey, you like to continue the service? Or hey, you want to make some more money? Hey, I know some information about what you probably don't know. Hey, give us some more money, and then what do you know? You have more stuff. Or we put your ad in front of our competitors, or your competitors, rather, right? So, Honey is going to help PayPal credit cards. You know, they'll integrate Honey into this for sure. And PayPal credit, I have one, or had one, I should say, for my business, and I use that for large purchases because PayPal had a good return policy, and in general, using the PayPal credit card, it was good for me. So Honey is going to be extracting that information from PayPal's credit card company, and maybe they even now go, hey, Johnny, I notice you have a PayPal credit card. Oh, you don't? Well, guess what? If you do, look at these type of savings we're going to offer you. We know you go to these sites. We know because you're using Honey. And because you're using Honey, you could be using PayPal credit cards. And when you go to these websites that you've been using, thanks to Honey, we know about it, we'll give you a discount. What do you know? So now PayPal has leveraged the analytics from Honey, which is what I have been saying the whole time, that they were going to use you guys like bad sheep milk. I don't know what that reference really means. I'm a bit sick if you can't tell. But you understand, Honey has flown under the radar for quite a while, right? What I was shocked to find out is it started in 2012, right? We're in 2019. Imagine, in that short amount of time, it became a $4 billion company. Their evaluation for $4 billion, with 24 million merchant partners, what they just now inherited through PayPal, and access to PayPal credit card information, and they'll cross-reference you on PayPal and or PayPal credit to understand you a little bit better. Maybe because who knows what else they can monitor. You buy crap on eBay, maybe Nike shoes. Well, guess what? Using Honey, it might pop up saying, hey, I know you're using Nike. Maybe you could buy this shoe brand new if you use your PayPal credit card, and we could save you X amount of dollars. Now, I get it. It's saving you money. Sounds great. But what you're not caring about is the information and the monitoring you're giving up in order to get these discounts. Now, maybe for some of you, you don't care about privacy. I got it. That's fine. And I wouldn't have cared in the beginning too much if they were blatantly apparent about what they were doing, but they weren't. And that's why I have some kind of vendetta against them. Because there was other coupon websites like Retail Me Now and promocodes.net or whatever it was. There was a bunch of things like that out there, right? And the point being is, Honey's user base has been rapidly growing thanks to utilizing YouTubers, and I think that's great instead of using traditional media. And I think that's how they got away with a lot of what they did is they weren't on traditional television marketing or anything. They went after the small guys who have bigger reach, right? Because let's be honest, a Shane Dawson or a Mr. Beast, they go viral. They get millions of viewers per video, where you can't even get millions of views on TV, especially with things like the kangaroo that can skip ads. Skipping ads on TV is just too easy. Where like YouTube and whatnot, unless you're paying for Red or something, um, you know, then maybe they put an ad. But they went for the natural marketing, where they have the star essentially advertise the product as if they use it, right? And maybe they do, but I doubt it. But point is, their extension works with 30,000 merchant websites currently, right? That includes fashion technology, travel, pizza delivery service companies, probably shoe companies, etc., right? Um, and last year, Honey shared uh, it's what 10 million members and claimed to have saved them over 800 million in just using their tools. Um, and then another claim they made was using Honey, 17 million members saved more than $2 billion to date. Think about those numbers. Do you think that just happened because people visited a web page and they went, oh yeah, YouTube.com, yeah, they sell blah blah blah. Let's just pop up the code. Or is it that they've been monitoring the crap out of what everybody is doing, building incredible analytics to then go sell it? I would say the latter. I would say again, they were not a coupon company, as I've alluded to. They are an analytical company. You are the tool. Yeah, they're giving you coupon codes, but you are the tool. Just like Google uses you. But Chrome itself does not go, give away your information. You have to be using a Google product. Now, you could also be using a Google product by going to your favorite website, right? Um, let's say Nike.com. They use Google Analytics. You're using a Google product. And nothing you could do about that because you go to Nike and this is what they offer you, probably in their terms of service, depending on how crazy of tracking they're doing. They need to say that they're using something like Google Tag Manager and, where they're using this or how they're using it. So, and it's, people aren't going to take the time for that. What can you do? But people are not opting into it by personally going, downloading, and being told that they're just getting coupon codes when they visit a website. That sounds great, but that's not what the world we're in, right? That is not how it's going and hasn't been. So I don't know. I would just say look out for these jerks. Be careful. Probably don't use your PayPal or credit card anymore. Even though there's other ways and services that these companies are getting your information, granted, that's fine. But don't make it so easy for them, especially if you're getting nothing out of it. You might say, oh well, I got $1 off. Ooh, you got $1 off. Your personal information is worth just $1. Okay. The problem is, and when I hear about it, my privacy wasn't interrupted, or I don't care because I got this. Now, Steve Gibson from Security Now on Twit once said, and I think even Leo Laporte, being the devil's advocate, saying, well, that's fine. Let me go into your house when you're butt naked, and let me go through all your drawers. I mean, you shouldn't care, right? I'm not, doing anything bad. I'm just looking through all your stuff. It's invading your privacy. You don't mind. See, you mind when you can see it, right? You mind when there's a stranger in your drawers right now looking through your stuff and you didn't invite them into your house, right? But they're going through your shit. But you're okay with that, right? I mean, you have to be, right? Oh, wait, you're not? Because why? You can see the person and see what's happening, and you didn't give them permission. Of course, you're going to be upset by that. So when you say, oh, well, I don't care, you don't care because you don't see it. Because you don't see it, you're okay with it. Because it's going on in the background, you don't notice it to even worry about. And that is a problem, and that's how you lose your privacy and internet security in your identity. So all I'm going to say, and this is the last time I'll talk about it, is that the Honey app, browser add-on tool, whatever you want to call it, just the Honey tools in general, are a scam. Be careful. You're losing your privacy. It is monitoring you. And now that PayPal has it for $4 billion, be careful. You are the product. Be careful, people. Be careful. So we'll leave it at that. You like it, you hate it, you have comments, you got something to say, I'm sure you'll say it. Comments are always available. You to talk and rip me a new one. And, I apologize for being sick and so tired. It's 11:31, waiting for my wife to get home. We got a cold. But take it for a grain of salt or don't. But there's tons of these places out there you need to be worried about. Honey's not the only one, but they're teaming up with the big boys who have the money to take the analytics and do horrible things with it. You are the product. Do not forget. You are always the product when you pay nothing. So, again, take it with a grain of salt or don't. But good luck, my product.